as his central wide receiver, Darnell Jenkins, named the top player in the county. Jenkins was born to be a Cane.
So when I got my first letter, I was like, okay. And when I talked to the first coach, I told him, no doubt.
I'm telling you, boy, I got them boys, dog. I'm trying to tell you. You can't catch me, boy.
Don't upset me, boy.
Touch me, my dog, gon' you, boy.
Never disrespect me, boy.
Dog, you better check your boy. Cause I never you, boy.
Pray God protect you, boy. Go in the zone just like election,
I know you
boy.
wanna go home, but we ain't gon' let you, boy. And if my money ain't right, you better stretch you, boy. Cause when it's about that bird, I'ma sweat you, boy.
This is round in the Lexus, boy. But we rap a lot like a Texas, boy.
And if you ain't slip and slide, now I wreck you, boy. And give me 50 fish out my section, boy. And disrespect that like we sexes, boy.
You know, keep us, boy. I don't mean no hard protection, boy.
Out like a Western, boy.
So I suggest you don't be thugging with me. And if you don't wanna die, don't be thugging with me. Don't wanna lose your life, don't be thugging with me. And if you ain't slip and slide, don't be thugging with me.
I suggest you don't be thugging with me.
And if you don't wanna die, don't be thugging with me. Don't wanna lose your life, don't be thugging with me. And if you ain't slip and slide, don't be thugging with me.
I wanna hit him with the Benzo, boy. For 20 it's Lorenzo's, boy. And the big crib is Kinder, boy. Let me a rollie with them bulletproof windows, boy. Cause them jack boys, you know they got the engine, boy. I bend you, boy. I got a place I send you, boy. And the I lend you, boy. Tell them more than a real send you, boy. Like a ninja, boy. And I want every dime that you got, boy. I need some D's on my drop, boy. And 2 D's in my spot, boy. See them real just won't stop, boy. We on top, boy.
So I suggest you don't be thugging with me. And if you don't wanna die, don't be thugging with me. Don't wanna lose your life, don't be thugging with me. And if you ain't slip and slide, don't be thugging with me.
I suggest you don't be thugging with me.
And if you don't wanna die, don't be thugging with me. Don't wanna lose your life, don't be thugging with me. And if you ain't slip and slide, don't be thugging with me.
You can't f with the South, boy. Watch your mind, boy. With the tribe in this game, we'll take you out, boy. In 95 South, find another rock, boy. It ain't hard for to show you what we about, boy. Leave without a trace, boy.
I'm at your funeral and I can't see your face, boy.
Your brain is a terrible thing to waste, boy. You live way too fast for the pace, boy. Ain't no thing for me to catch another case, boy. Stay in your place, boy. Cause I had you raised, boy.
When this hit the fan, you gon' feel it, boy. You wanna around with fate? I'ma seal it, boy. I put a in you, can't nobody heal it, boy. We got the can't nobody steal it, boy. I'm trying to stash something close to $1 million, boy. Is you with me, lost try?
Yeah, I feel you, boy.
This serious, boy. I know you curious, boy. You wanna know why we living luxurious, boy. You hear righteous folk boogie on this track here, boy. You better straighten up and learn how to act here, boy. Ain't no slack here, boy. You get jack here, boy. And when we finish, you will never come back here, boy.
So I suggest you don't be thugging with me. And if you don't wanna die, don't be thugging with me. Don't wanna lose your life, don't be thugging with me. And if you ain't slip and slide, don't be thugging with me.
I suggest you don't be thugging with me.
And if you don't wanna die, don't be thugging with me. Don't wanna lose your life, don't be thugging with me. And if you ain't slip and slide, don't be thugging with me.
Like us, we on glass, hope you heard me, boy. My dogs be on dirt early in the morning, boy. Ain't no yawn them things round here, yeah. Round here, yeah. Round here, yeah. Getting low round here, yeah. It's hard as hell, but down here, you can get a block for no more than 24 down here. See, it's the season of the souls round here. According to who you know, you can get it for the low down here. You get flipped and surged. Talking too much, be for certain. The words you can buy down here.
Oh, we in the gym, fucking the EJ's gym. A guide to elevate your mindset. Yo, I have a special guest on the line. I'll let him introduce himself.
Yo, Darnell Jenkins, BKA Nuke, Mr. Everything, man. Y'all already know what time it is. Rockers in the building. Stand up.
Oh, Rockers, stand up, baby.
Yeah.
Hey, Mr. Everything Jenkins. Look, like I said, man, I had a special view. I had a special view in high school. I got to watch you, but on the field with you, you know what I mean? And guys like you, man, it's really hard to explain to kids the intensity and your mindset. And the fact that you are a wide receiver, and I always say this to kids, and you enjoy blocking. You know what I mean? I remember, I don't know if you remember, I think we were playing the West. It might have been your junior year or my sophomore year. And you jumped up. You went crazy. it wasn't even a catch. You was like, coach, stop the video, and you ran at the cornerback full speed, and you just
Yeah.
bam,
Damn.
and
Yeah.
you were going crazy. I'm like, man,
Yeah.
this wasn't even a touchdown. This dude going crazy over a block.
Yeah.
Man, so tell me, just as a receiver, why did you even have that type of mindset?
Well, first it started off with, growing up and in the neighborhood that I grew up in, sports was the way out. So it was always taught to me, like, if you want a free scholarship, if you want to make your mama proud, then do something with yourself.
Right.
So we started off playing sandlot, and I always played with the bigger guys. So, they used to always toss me around, and I used to be complaining about it, but they always tell me, when you play with people your age, in your age group, you're going to dominate, because they was basically preparing me mentally and physically, to be a headhunter. You know what I'm saying? Because I couldn't do that to them. So when I got to Central and putting on that gear, we used to hit in the backyard. So all I know is go. Okay. No matter what position I play, all I know is go. Whether I had the ball or not. Okay. All I know is go.
That's what's up, man. And like I said, I got an opportunity. It might have been your junior year, was my sophomore year, I think. And you came over from like Edison, I think you came over.
Man, listen, I got kicked out of Springs. I got kicked out of Carol City. I got kicked out of Edison. Wow. And I had to sign a waiver with Central. I tried to go to the West. Mm-hmm. My brother was out there, but they didn't let me in because I got kicked out of 3 previous schools.
Right.
So Central let me come in, and I had to sign a waiver. I couldn't get suspended. I couldn't get in trouble. I couldn't get in no fights. If you notice, my record was clean.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I stayed to myself. But Central gave me that opportunity.
Yeah. It's all good. So what was your mindset like at Central? Like when you got that opportunity, like knowing that they're gonna give you a chance to play and go to school, like what was your mindset then?
My mindset was to first get my grades right, because when I first transferred over, I didn't have the GPA to play football. So my first mindset was to get my grades right, and my second mindset was I knew going into Central that they had a great team. So my mindset was somebody gonna be mad at me because I'm taking somebody's position.
So you said Central had okay, so I guess I know Willis and all those guys were gone. So you were the next best guy. So what do you mean? Like you said Central was gonna have a team.
Nobody never knew I was the next best guy, because Gary and Scat and all them boys, it was a lot of, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I didn't go into Central. I could play both sides of the ball.
Okay.
But I didn't know what side of the ball I was gonna play. I played against Marcus, but he was, I think, 88 at the time. Mm-hmm. He was young. Okay. And I know he was coming back. Okay. And you get what I'm saying? So it's like I didn't really know everybody. I just knew other guys who was there when I played against them when I was at Edison. Okay. And after that, man, I just like patiently waiting until we put on gear. Right. And I demanded number one. James Gerald knew who I was because I played with him at Miami Lakes. Okay. But I just went in there with a mentality like, yo, whatever receiver, I'm coming. From day one.
You say you demanded number one. Okay, so we had Coach Ponce was there.
Coach Ponce, that's my boy.
Yeah. So you demanded number one. So who did you go to? Coach Saunders, Coach Ponce, Coach Mitch. Who did you go to?
So I went to Coach Ponce. Mm-hmm. So Coach Ponce he said a gangster got to wear number one, because mind you, James Gerald did work with that number one on. You see what I'm saying? And then, like I say, with Gary and Scat and all them boys being there, I don't know who want what number in this. You had Christian, we had some good players, and it's like Well, Coach Punch told me, well, we'll see the first day of practice. And believe, man, these dudes gave me a cage, a Thurman Thomas.
Right.
Bro, you feel me? They gave me the line in the front, bro. I'm like, I'm like, y'all serious? They say you gotta prove yourself. I say, you know what? I'm cracking everybody in front of me.
Right.
So after that, man, they seen that first day of practice, and that number one was leaning towards my way. You feel me?
All I had to do was do my job.
Facts. But you know the crazy part about it though is, the crazy part about it is, you was our best O lineman. You and Teddy. Y'all was our best O lineman. Remember, our center was like 5'6". He was he was real small, bro. So it's like, it's like I'm like, dang, they went from being these big guys and then Chase ain't want to play O line.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So it was you and it was Teddy, and then Big C wasn't eligible. So it's like, dang, like, so I just say, you know what? I'm gonna rock with offense, because at the end of the day, when you have threats on offense like that, and good thing that we had the play calling we had with the screens and stuff, it slowed D linemen down. You see what I'm saying? And then, like I say, I never worry about you. I never worry about Teddy. But I always, like, Noel and them, I'm like, oh man, like, it got to get open. I got to get somebody open. I got to hit somebody. I got to do something. So that was my mindset every play, whether I was getting the ball or not.
Right. Man, I remember one jamboree game. We played
Jackson.
And you were out there punching yourself, just picking people off. I was like, man, I felt bad for them boys. I was like, I'm happy I'm on this side. What was your mindset in that game? That was just a jamboree, dog.
Bruh. So Jackson had some players from my hood. And then it was some guys in the stands betting that pot. You feel what I'm saying? Okay. Got it. So they was giving me shit the whole time before we even played. So I was already built up.
Okay.
So I said, they say, oh, if this person hit you, if this person get a hold to you. So all I was doing is, I went in my matrix move. You feel what I'm saying? I lock in on the target. When I'm not getting the ball, I'm running straight at him. And I was just, man, bro, I was crack back and dude left and right, bro. I followed them. I can't tell you every player, but like numbers and stuff like that, certain guys I follow. Like you, Keith. I had it was built up because I knew some guys from my hood and they gave me shit all the way going up into that game. So I was amped up and I was ready to go, bro.
All right, yeah, man. I wanted to talk about you, Keith, a little bit. I don't know how much you watch him. You said, have you watched him at all?
Yeah. Man, I watched this man on what is the DEF CON? Bro, I watched. I got people up in Rhode Island. I got people up in Massachusetts. I got people up in Connecticut watching little bro. Cause I'm real close with Tim Brown. You know what I'm saying? His uncle. So bro, that like he remind me a lot like me. You know what I'm saying? That bro, he has everything. He has the speed. He has the hands. He can lock you down. Everything. He got it all. He blessed. His now mind you now, his daddy was one of the best cornerbacks in Dade County history now. So it's in him. You know what I'm saying?
One on his back though, man.
Yeah, you feel me? Yeah, his daddy wore the 4. He put that 1 on his back. So you feel me? You wear that uno, you gotta make a statement day in and day out.
That you got it. You know what I'm saying? That you that dude. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So fast forward into our junior year, my junior year, which is your senior year. We go deep into the playoffs, man. You have a great year, and you're getting scouted and stuff like that, man. What type of schools were looking at you?
Man, believe not, man. I had basically damn near every college, brother. From the Alabamas to the USC to the Oregon to the Florida State, like bro, all the big schools, bro. It was NC State and Florida was recruiting me the hardest though. Like they came to I used to have to hide in the backyard. I used to see Coach Zook pull up and Chuck Amata and Doc Holliday. Man, my mama used to give me the signal. I used to run in the backyard and hide behind the tool shed. They'll sit in the house for about an hour, and I'm just ducked off in the back. And they used to want to walk around because my grandma had garden and everything. So, she had the collard greens and all that because, my grandma country. So they used to want to walk around, and my mama ain't never bring them by that tool shed, though. I used to hear them, and I used to wait for them to leave. And they used to be like, he ain't coming home no time soon. My mom would be like, I don't know. I used to be right there.
Well, you just didn't want to go to those schools, or what was it?
Nah, I wanted to go to Florida State. So my uncle Willie, he went to Florida State, Willie Jones. And of course my cousin Willie Jones Jr., who played for Cass City, he went to Florida State, right? And my cousin Christian Jones played at Florida State, that now plays for Detroit.
Okay.
So everybody went to Florida State, but what turned me off about Florida State was Bobby Bowden came. It was me, Ali, Big Mike, and it was somebody else. Me, Ali, Big Mike. I forgot. It was somebody else that it either was Courtney or Marcus. It either was Courtney or Marcus, and we were sitting down in a film room. I think Coach Mitch. It was Coach Mitch, Coach Saunders, and Bobby Bowden was saying that, I love the number one, but he's too small. He's short. Like he was just down talking me, but he wasn't down talking my athletic ability. You feel me?
Yeah.
So I'm listening to him because mind you, they don't know everybody by face. We got this helmet on.
Yeah.
So we had to introduce ourselves, and when I stood up and introduced myself, he was like, "You number one?" I'm like, "Yeah." He was looking like, "Oh shit!" Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I shook his hand. He was like, "Well, why don't you come on the college visit? We'd love to have you." Now, mind you, I just heard everything you said.
Yeah.
So I told him, you know what? I said, "No, I'm good. I already got my mind made up." You feel what I'm saying? So I was like, I already X'd them off the list because my first impression meeting you was you telling me my size and I was too small. So that's how that went.
So you eliminated them, and then
Yep.
was it just down NC State and Miami, or was it just like? Okay.
It was out of Miami. I narrowed it down to Miami, NC State, Florida. So I went on Florida college visit, and we was about to get into a fight because they didn't want to host us, bro. Like, right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we told them. I'm like, bro. Hold on, bro. We told them, I'm like, bro, where y'all taking us? You get what I'm saying? It was me, John Wood, Kareem Brown. That's all I remember. And I think D. Hay. It was a couple of us, you know what I'm saying? So we like, where y'all take? No boys ain't want to take us nowhere. So they tried to take us to a little backyard fighting event. You get what I'm saying? So I say, man, bro, just give me my money. So they give them like 60, yeah, like right. I say, man, just give me my per diem, bro. So them boy tried to debo us. So we got back to back, and we finna fade for this. You know what I'm saying? So them boys gave us our money, and them boys didn't take us nowhere. So Keywan Rattler, he was my host. The few of us, he was cool, but some of the other guys, they was trying to, you know how that Miami thing be. Just being from Miami, And it's just like they feel like we got a certain mindset and we disrespectful, but we really just up front and tell everything how it is. You feel me? So so that happened. So after we got back, they still out the list. You know what I'm saying? So it was down to NC State of Miami, and I went to NC State. NC State had me. I was this close from going to NC State. Phillip Rivers, they gave me the #1 jersey. I ran out the tunnel. Phillip Rivers threw me a pass, everything. They say you come here, you'll get #1. Da 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 da. Like they gave me the whole rundown. So yeah, so they said Phillip Rivers threw me the ball, everything. Like they showed me their highlights, how much fun they have, and stuff like that. Right. So I thought hard about it, and then I don't know, it was just something about after that went back to the crib. Then I had the U visit. So when I had the U visit, man, listen, Chick Daddy took us to Chick Daddy took us to the Rolex, boy. Hey, he put us in that private room, boy. Hey, God bless his soul. Akeem Jalla, my boy, man, bro, listen, man, we will lose, bro.
Had a good time,
bro. We will lose, bro. I'm talking about, and then we had, I had met Uncle Luke. I had met just a lot of people, and it's like, dang, I could be home with this much, with this much publicity. And meeting these caliber type guys. So shit, I was like, man, you know what? I'm staying home. If it's gonna be like this, I'm staying to the crib. Wow. And that what made me choose the U.
Before I entered the college ranks, it was my high school team, which I learned a priceless lesson. During my junior season, I transferred from one school to another. It was my first practice with the team. They ain't make it easy for me. I was always the smaller guy. So the bigger guys like to test me, which I love. One play, I missed a block, which freed the linebacker to hit the running back in the backfield. A couple plays later, we ran another running play. That same linebacker discounted me, which allowed me to drive him out of the play. That block changed the way everyone saw me. I could have complained or given up. Instead, I practiced hard and gained the respect of my teammates and coaches. I'm Darnell Jenkins, and I play for the U.
I twist them like round hair, been made down here, round here, I surround them. No, I lay down here, yeah, and I done air down there. If the streets was bigger, I park the lair round here, and I'm still in my Nike Airs, yeah, my hat lean, and I'm living with no fear. Round here, yeah, round here, yeah, we riding clean on them things round here, yeah, round here, yeah, round here, yeah, we getting low round here, yeah, round here, yeah, round here, yeah, we riding clean on them things round here, yeah, round here, yeah, round here, yeah, we getting low round here, yeah.
It's hard as hell, but down here, you can get a block for no more than 24 down here. See, it's the season of the Zoes round here. According to who you know, you can get it for the low down here. You get flipped and surged. Talking too much, be for certain. Them work, you can buy for the cops down here. Down here. So crooked down here. So many out here snitching down here. That's why every summer be missing around here. I roll with straight thugs and drug dealers. And if they riding with me, best believe them, that's for you. Forget about it. See, that was tremendous, but this it was strictly business. I'll be thugging forever. See, I'm a fighter, not a lover. I'm a hit and run it, cold-blooded mother. But they don't care down here. They be f***ing the all year down here. They get heavy on the down here. Got them rolling with the mothers down here.
Round here, yeah, round here, yeah, yeah. clean on them things round here, yeah. Round here, yeah. Round here, yeah. We getting low round here. I know you probably never known round here. It get hotter than the body, get the wrong ideas. Just caprices and the policy, no grown down here. Bros and ballin', ain't all that's going on round here. Young, don't like they grown down here. Them young similar to the King Kong round here. A pocket full, get your own down here. So boy, keep around here. Hey, ain't safe for the way to walk alone around here. Hey, the hell with who you know if you ain't known around here. Say the wrong thing and get your back around here. Cause gangsters rep they hood by the zone around here. Don't about your rim down here. 24 make them dubs look like 10 down here. Come where it ends and begins as far as rappers around here. Money, car, clothes, all that matters down here. Round here, yeah. Round here, yeah. Yeah, we riding clean on them things round here, yeah. Round here, yeah. Round here, yeah. We getting low round here, yeah. Round here, yeah. Round here, yeah. We riding clean on them things round here, yeah. Round here, yeah. Round here, yeah. We getting low round here, yeah.
Wow. All right. And just that year alone, like I said, we ended up going to the playoffs. You made a spectacular catch against Dillard. They ran the clock out on us. I don't even know how did you even
listen.
that catch, dog?
Bro, listen. That before I get into that whole game, that whole game was crazy, bro. Cause Big Mike had scored 3 times.
Really?
Yeah, remember I scored 3 times against Piper. We played Quattrin Hill.
Right.
And then I scored 2 times. Right. I scored 2 times against Hialeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had Dillard. Big Mike scored 3 times. And it was 17 seconds left. And they had the score and kicked it off. They was only up by 2 points. They was only up by 2 points when they scored like 25-27.
Mm-hmm.
They kicked it up. I ran it back.
Mm-hmm.
They said that Willie Foster had hit somebody from behind.
Yeah.
Willie Ali. But they didn't. The ref who threw the flag was running with me.
Right.
So they took us back to the 50. And I told Courtney, I say, bro. I say, just throw that bitch, bro. I say, bro, I'm gonna come down with it. I say, just throw it, bro. Courtney, he was the type of quarterback that if you tell him, he gonna do it.
Right.
So Courtney, he said, all right now, I'm gonna let it loose. And bro, drop back and heat it, bro. Like all I seen like what 2 or 3 Dillard players, bro.
Yeah.
But what happened was one of the dudes was holding the back of my jersey.
Right.
And to stop me from jumping. So I didn't even jump.
That's why I was like, how did you come down?
Bro, I boxed him out.
Uh-huh.
And last minute, that's the Randy Moss drill.
Uh-huh.
Last minute, put your hands up.
Okay.
So I put my hands up and the ball fell right in my hand, bro. And remember they threw a flag.
Yeah.
It was
interference on them.
There you go. You can't end the game on the defensive pass interference anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So we declined the penalty. We was on the 3-yard line.
And they ran the clock out.
There you go. And guess who ran the clock out?
You said somebody ran the clock out.
Yeah, the guy who ran the clock out, he was my next door neighbor. And he was a Bull alumni. He told me that he didn't want us to play the West. That's why, because remember we lost to the West because Courtney fumbled on the 1-yard line with 7 seconds.
Yeah.
So he told me, he said, I didn't want y'all to play the West again because I know y'all was gonna win and go to state. I wanted to beat this man up so bad. It's Lockhart. He's Mr. Lockhart. That's his name, man. So I had some words with him when I got home, but he said he didn't want to. And remember we had Pito. Pito was making everything.
Pito was making them from 50.
Anything. So that was, and I'm holding. So if y'all rush too fast, I'm firing Ali in the corner touchdown. Yeah. So, but that's how that happened, bro. And I still to this day, I still to this day feel like that happened yesterday.
Wow. Man, so just say that year alone, man, how many awards did you take home, man? Like, you won, what's it, like a Mr. Florida award or something like that?
I won Nick Coder's. The Nick Coder award is an award. I won it for high school. Ed Reed won it for college, and Jay Feely won it for the NFL. So I won that. I won the Heisman, the Fame Award. I won that. I won 1A through 6A Player of the Year, and I won Dade County Offensive Player of the Year. So I won all those trophies and after the season. Yeah, man.
So all right. So like I said, you chose Miami, but you went to Miami, man, and Miami was loaded, man. You had your boy Devin Hester over there. You guys were around like the same time too, man.
Yes, sir. We was deep.
How was that transition for you going into Miami with him?
I mean, man, tell you the truth. All right, tell you the truth. Mm-hmm. When I seen the class that I came in with, bro.
Yeah.
I said to myself, I'm an aggressive type player.
Yeah.
And there's a lot that I gotta learn to play. Because, bro, like Glenn Sharp, Bane from the West, me, Terrell Walden, Hester, Hakeem Jalla, Ryan Moat, like, bro, all these dudes played on Florida, Georgia, and Florida, Cali. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, and it's like 5 or 6 of those guys play my position. And Roscoe Parrish was young.
Wow.
He was a sophomore. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that's what I'm saying. I'm like, damn, what the hell I get myself into? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it turned out to be good because, you know, I learned from Andre Johnson, Anthony Sands, Kevin Beard.
Right.
Like, bro, like the receiver corps was crazy. Come here, Dyson. Come on, man. Get over here. Yeah, it was loaded, bro.
Loaded, man. I don't know if you remember, man. I came to watch y'all play. We played at 1:00, and I think y'all played UNC at 8. And me and my boys, because a couple of my homeboys, you know, they were from Miami too. Like they were Roscoe homeboys, and you and Patta. You know, I went to go watch y'all boys, man, and
Sydney.
you know, after by the buses and stuff like that, man. So I remember watching y'all, man. Y'all were loaded, dude.
Yeah, bro, we was loaded, bro.
Was it Berlin? No, Berlin was
Brock Berlin.
It was Berlin.
It was Ken Dorsey, and Brock Berlin, and was behind it with Derek Crudup.
I remember.
And then after Berlin, it was Cal Wright, Kirby Freeman.
Okay.
But like everybody, like you say, was 4-star, 5-star caliber type players coming in. And Brock had transferred from Florida, so he already had a big name for himself.
Right. So how was that practice atmosphere, and what was your mindset like in practice, and what was the difference from, just say, from high school being at Central and, you know, college? What was the difference in like practice?
The practice was this, right? Sean Teller at safety. Jonathan Wilmer at linebacker. Maurice Sykes at safety. Antrell Roll at corner. Yeah, Kelly Jennings at the other corner. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, I'm looking like, bro, like, you know, I know I'm gonna hit. So practice was like a game.
Right.
It was like a game, bro. Like literally like a game. Cause if you get caught slacking, bro, them boy gonna put it on you. Like we practiced like we hated each other, but when we came together, it was showtime. You know what I'm saying? And it was crazy, bro. It was crazy. And Brandon Mayweather, he came in with me too. Grade 3, he came in with me too. Like, bro, it was crazy. It was crazy.
Man, dude was a hard hitter, man. I remember.
B was a hard hitter, but he still you had Sean in my sights.
Mhm.
You get what I'm saying? Like bro, it was crazy.
And going back back to Central and coming back to your Miami experience, there was a lot of guys like I had a lot of other guys on the line, like Dooney and Benson and other guys that you helped, just like I mentioned, being on the same side of you and watching your energy and having them boys go against you in practice. And they mentioned one time, I guess I don't know if you was just coming from track practice, I don't know if you was transferring in, that you just pulled up in your box Chevy,
Bro.
gear on, and just mossed them and left. Like what?
Hey, bro.
When did that happen?
Bro, that was all the time, bro. Cause I had OJT.
Okay.
I had OJT. So I get out of school at 11.
Right.
I go to the crib.
Yeah.
And then, we being young, you get into something or you go to sleep.
Right.
So I used to be like, I ain't had no alarm clock, no nothing. I used to be like, oh, I got 20 minutes to get to practice. You feel me? So I just hop in the box.
Yeah.
And them boys run the laps when I pull up. So I holler at Coach Saunders to see if I'm in trouble. You feel me?
Uh-huh.
So he be like, Nuke, just put on your clothes. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No warm up, no nothing. I used to put on my clothes. And Coach Mitch and Coach Butterfield, them boys, they used to be like, you finna have a shitty practice. They like, you feel me? Like, nah, I ain't finna have no shitty practice.
Right.
Put them boys up against me, I'm ready. They're like, yeah, we finna see. But yeah, that's how I used to be though. I used to just pull up, put on my gear, and just practice.
I'm gonna say, man, you made a lot of them boys better, man. Because after you left, man, we went locking it down,
bro.
Picking it up, and those guys are, we set the foundation for what those guys are doing now. And going back to Miami, and your experience in practice. So your practice level in Miami had to be here. Your A game had to be there every day.
Absolutely, every time. Okay. And I don't knock all the cushion out people helmet. I still had that same mentality. I was more nervous running track than I was playing football.
Really?
Yeah, because football, things supposed to happen. It's always somebody just as talented as you. There's always somebody fighting for your position. So those things are supposed to happen. In track, you're a one-man show.
Right.
So based on your performance, when you walk back in them bleachers, everybody gonna let you know. You ain't walking back in those bleachers at the football practice. You getting with your coach, y'all breaking it down, and y'all going to the locker room. And you got time to correct whatever, your mistakes and stuff. At track, you can't correct your mistakes at a track meet with everybody with 10,000 people watching. So I was more nervous of that than football. You know what I'm saying? So that's how that was. And hell yeah, you know how much faster I got? People don't know. People never knew how fast I really was. Because my runs used to be explosive runs. And you can't really tell my speed when I'm coming off the ball, doing releases, because you got to set your route up a certain way. So people didn't really know my speed. But when I got with Coach Rowe and Batman, Lil Ant, and all them boys, Willie, like even Demetrius Bird too. So when I got with them boys and Coach Rowe showed me how to run and everything like that, man, bro, my senior year was basically like cake, bro. Like I felt like nobody couldn't run with me. And I felt like even your best DB, when he has to turn, that second he turned and I got to go route, it's over. Because when you turn your hip, that slow you down that 0.2. And I'm running straight. So I felt like with that practice and with Coach Rowland, with him teaching me how to run, once I stack you, it's over. And Coach Mitch and Coach Butterfield always emphasize that, like, get on top of them and stack them, it's over.
Man, look, I'm going to tell you this, man. You had an opportunity to be on probably one of the best special teams kick return. And I know for me, I know you as an unselfish player. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
And you were back there, and I know you probably could have did the same. And not knocking Devin. Devin was that dude. But I know you returned kicks too. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that, Devin, you were back there leading for him. How was that experience for you?
Bro, I still talk to DH to this day. Bro, like having a guy like him back there, it kind of like sometimes I ain't even want the ball.
Right.
Cause it's like we playing the certain schools you play against. I know he's electrical. Like me, like I give you a little 1-2 in that, but he was start to stop to start like this, like flash. So I'm saying, okay, he get the ball. I used to tell him, bro, I'm gonna take the first hit. Whether he knock me down, or whether I knock him down, just know you can hit right behind my back, full speed. I am not missing a block. I say just read the back of my numbers, bro, and you go from there.
But it was a very high price going for this one here. Skycam gives you a great idea of what it looks like behind the kicker from Durrani, and we are underway. 5 yards deep in the end zone, and Hester will return it. Up the sideline, look out. Cuts back at the 40, 45, 50. You can count him gone. 105 yards is the distance, officially 100 yards on the opening kickoff. No flags in sight. And so Miami sends a huge statement.
I think what you'll find out that people will refuse to kick to Hester because he's so good. He cuts back against the grain. Right there, you called it. Not going to be touched.
A.J. Davis was the closest man to him as you want. I thought he was going to take a knee because it was so deep.
I knew he wasn't because he wants to carry the football. 5 yards deep, he's bringing it out. Devin Hester.
You know what I'm saying? And he trusted me. And if you see all his returns with me back there, he never not one time tipped. He hit everything because he trusted me. And he seen what I do in practice against Sean Teller, God bless his soul. You feel me? Like he know, okay, Nuke ain't scary. Nuke gonna lead block. And if anybody else was back there other than Sean Teller, then now he got to switch directions. And so my mindset was let Hester run straight and make his read off you. And that's how it was. Like, bro, like all his returns, look who in front of him.
I remember, man, man, I know that's Nuke leading off. And I'm watching you, man, and Hester hitting.
Boom, yeah, gone.
I did the same thing in college. It was you two guys. I was like the fullback, up back guy. So I was like leading, like back then we could wedge. Yep. Boom, right. You know what I'm saying? So I used to watch y'all all the time, man. We had a pretty good kick return team too, man. It was pretty fun. You make that first block, as long as he hitting it full speed.
Full speed, there you go.
Man, hey, that dude was the real deal. And obviously he went into the NFL and did the same thing.
Facts.
Right. So, all right, so your college experience at Miami, and I think Hester, those guys, they left before you. What was your experience and what was your transition like to the next level?
Man, the experience, basically, like once you play college, the next level is a step up. I ain't gonna say not athletic wise, but discipline wise. Everybody does what they supposed to do. You very rare find mistakes at the next level. And like transitioning, I mean, I went to the U. I went up against the best. We had the best coaching style. We had the best players. We had the best mindset. We had swag. We had all that. So transitioning wasn't really nothing. You know what I'm saying? It was just a size difference. That's it. It was just bigger dudes. And everybody is fast. From D-line to safety, everybody fast. So, and that's a good thing that I ran track. So I was already prepared for and physically and mentally prepared for that aspect of the game. So that the transition wasn't really nice.
Can you hear me or no?
I hear you now.
Okay. No, I said, what was that like big turn like? What was the first team?
When I was in Houston.
That was your first team that you went to?
Yeah, my first team.
You was there with Drayden.
Yeah, Dre the one called me.
Oh, really?
It wasn't the I'll tell this story. It never came out publicly. It always been private. All right. So what happened was Roscoe Parrish had about 30 something catches for 600 and something yards. He went second round. Sonoris Moss had the same thing. He went second round.
Right.
Darnell Jenkins had the same thing.
Oh, yeah,
and I went free agent. You see what I'm saying? So I'm gonna tell you, like, nobody never, like, this never got out of none. Okay, so I had my agent hired somebody. I ain't gonna say the name. You know, to basically, like, I was getting drove around and stuff like that. So mind you, my draft days is split up. It wasn't first and second round. It was first round one day, second round, then third from third to seventh. So after those first 2 days, when I didn't hear my name called, I was getting phone calls, but they was letting me know where if this happened or if that happened. So I just got pissed and I said, you know, I ain't answering the phone, whatever, because they just, you know what I'm saying, blowing smoke up my ass or whatever. So after that, third round came and I was asleep. And Arizona Cardinals called. So Arizona Cardinals called and they wanted to draft me. And but I was asleep, so I didn't answer the phone. So my boy brings me the phone. And he like, yo, the phone was ringing. So my first thing is, why you didn't answer the phone? If you answer the phone, all you gotta do is say, Nuke, telephone. You get what I'm saying? So I called them back. And when I called them back, they flagged me. So they said, unfortunately, you ain't answered the phone when we called you, so we went to the next person on the list. And the next person on the list was Early Doucette from LSU. So the Cardinals drafted him, and they wanted to draft me. So from the third round all the way to the seventh round, I was getting calls, but mind you, I got flagged. Meaning I'm not reliable and stuff. Yeah, so word spread that quick. So now I get the phone call from Jacksonville, from Miami, from Cleveland. Everybody calling me, telling me, we may draft you. We may draft you. We may draft you. Got all the way down to free agent. And all the teams that was calling me told me, you know, we wanted you, and I ain't want to hear it. So I just say, you know what, I don't even want to play football no more. Then I get a phone call, and it was, hello, hey, Nuke, Andre Johnson. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. He was like, come on. And that's how I got to Houston. But I was so pissed that I ain't even want to play no more.
Really? So you were really going to take that chance to just be like, you know what?
Yeah, bro. That's just how, because when it's a stat thing and it's a school history, you basically have a feeling or you have an idea that, okay, everything is based off the player before you.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Right. So when it comes to the draft, I got invited to the combine. I did all that. You get what I'm saying? But that never. All that is just to see you in person.
Right.
No matter how good you do, no matter how bad you do.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Lamar Jackson, he ain't even running 40.
Right.
Like but seeing what he do on film, that's more important.
Right.
So they seen what I did on film, and when I got to Houston, guess what they labeled me as a blocking receiver. That's what I was doing all my career. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So I mean, that's how I was at UM. Leading up until that, Coach Shannon, remember he became head coach my senior year. Now I had these stats, EJ. I had these stats, and I was coming off the bench. He wanted his players to play that he was recruiting to set his class up for the upcoming years. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So he told me to take spring off to get the younger guys experience. Yes. So he said, go and be with your family, chill this, because I knew the system.
Right.
And I was the only senior. Sam Shields and all them was juniors and stuff.
Yeah.
So I took the spring off, right? I came back after the spring, right? I get to the combine. Guess what the scouts asked me? Why you didn't play spring ball? You know what I say? Coach Shannon told me to take the spring off. You know what they said?
What?
You was missing meetings, I heard. You see what I'm saying? So now I know why I didn't get the call second round. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So basically you set me up for failure.
Right.
And you told me to take the spring off.
Right.
And you reported that I was missing meetings. If a head coach tell you to take the spring off because you're a veteran, just like in the league, when I'm in the league, they tell the veterans you don't have to practice today.
Right.
That's what it is, right?
Right.
Because it's getting told from the top.
Right.
So that's what I did, and they hunted me in the end. So that's how nobody don't know. That's how my whole experience with, and that's why I had to fight my whole time in the league and stuff. I got moved up to add the roster for 2 games in Houston, and the Patriots. Billy O'Brien, he told me I can play in his league, but you telling me I can play, but you ain't giving me an opportunity. Randy Moss gave me every opportunity to play, and they always tell me, you up next, you up next. Randy used to say, I'm not practicing, Nuke, take all my reps. I was killing New England. And still, it's politics, it's who you know, and it's timing. And it just wasn't my time. So I never got a chance to really show what I was capable of doing. But they seen it in practice. Belichick hugged me plenty of times. He nicknamed me Cookie Head. You know what I'm saying? Like I was doing that good, and I just never. My timing was bad. When it was time for me to play, they brought in Ochocinco. When it was time for me to play, they was focusing on Edelman. You see what I'm saying? So it's a timing thing in the league. Bro, when Brady and all of them left, when he supposed to be the main receiver, what happened? Nothing. Yeah.
How did that affect you?
It destroyed me. It destroyed me. My mindset, it destroyed me because it's like, you worked hard for so many years. You went through school. I graduated. I did all that. And it felt like a waste of time. Now, my network, it gave me a boost with my network. But as far as talent-wise, it made me feel like I did everything for nothing. Well, my last few days was, they call you, and right before we was gonna play a game, they let me go all the way to the facility. I mean, to the hotel. I met and everything. We get ready to go to the hotel for a bed check, and they like, oh, coach want to talk to you. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm saying to myself, y'all could have did this before I even got on the bus and came to the hotel. And then it was like, because my body language, I wasn't into it no more. I wasn't doing one-on-ones. I wasn't doing none of that no more because I felt played, and they sensed that. So they was like, we had a meeting. It says not because of your talent, not because of this, not because of that, but we just gonna have to let you go. So they had the game and all that. I was still on the team, but I knew I was gonna get cut Monday. So my last moment was Tom Brady. Tom Brady told me, it was good having me here. I'm a hell of a player, I'm a hell of a person. He autographed a a helmet and autographed the picture. And he gave it to me. And that was that. Randy was gone. And Randy, Wes Welker, all those guys, they just told me everything would be straight. Just keep at it. That was my last moment in the NFL.
So what was your mindset then? Like, knowing like, okay, I don't want to play football no more, or I'm gonna give it another shot. Where were you at in that space right then?
I say I'm gonna try other things. Hold on, guys. I say I'm gonna try other things. I said I'm gonna try other things, but I tried the CFL. It didn't work out. I tried to go to your sister. Oh, you can edit this part, man.
You good. And they might like the baby now. Everybody likes the baby now.
So I tried the CFL. I didn't like it.
Yeah.
I tried the arena, and I didn't like it. So I just said forget it. I said forget it after that. And I'm just playing flag football.
So how and why did you get into that? And I remember you was telling me, I know you did, and you can explain about like what you did with Theo and Ocho and flag.
Yeah, that's the AFFL. It's coming back around from June, May, June, and August.
Okay.
And it's gonna be on CBS.
Okay.
So, but my team is automatically in the round of 32, okay. So I don't have to do regionals. So I'll be playing on televised in August in Indianapolis, and then the last 4 games in Houston for $200,000.
So what you doing to stay in shape with that, man?
I got my little training partners and stuff, and I do my little ladder drills. You see that boy with the 8 on? Okay. I do my little ladder drills. I do my little ladder drills. I run routes. I go to the field and put in work, just like I'm practicing.
Okay. What's up, man? So, all right. So you transitioned to that into the what's the name of your team again?
The name of my AFFL team is Code Red.
Code Red. Okay.
Yeah, we Code Red. You can watch it on YouTube. Okay. It's Tony Saragusa. It's Dan Oblowski. Former NFL players.
Right. Just tell me, shoot me a little link, and I'll just put it up there where everybody can find it and check you out, man.
Yeah, and
go ahead.
Follow the Lions page. That's the my 9-man team. Okay. This is the owner of my team. He passed away in his sleep. And that's my 9-man team. We have our own page on Instagram. It's the Lions. I also tag you in it or something so you can what's the name.
So you had a great experience, man, and you have kids, and you have your son with your jersey on right now.
Yeah, so, they were Darnell Jr. right there. That's the next best thing.
What's up?
Yeah, I mean Cornado Bar.
So what type of advice would you give a young kid? Just say like right now, if your kids were in high school, what type of advice would you give them if they want to go professional? What type of advice would you give kids?
I tell them first and foremost, get the grades right, get the tests out the way, and then work on your craft at your laziest times of your life. Put in the extra work, and don't let nobody tell you what you can't do. And if you feel like you're not getting the proper coaching, always ask. So always be vocal because it's your career. You get, and everybody teaches. Not everybody teaches the same. If you got a whole coaching staff, everybody is positioned to a different position. The guys who's positioned at your position can only coach you the style of play that they played. it might not fit you. So again, like what Willie Foster said he was watching film on Daylock because he was getting coached on how Butterfield and Mitch played. So his style of play was Daylock style. He's fast, and he's fast. He can catch. He can run routes.
Right.
So that was his style of play. So always be vocal and always research what you do to better yourself.
That's funny, man. And you say that research because I have some kids that I train, some in high school, some in college as well. And I find it funny, like sometimes, Arpez has a page. I don't know if you watch
Roll?
Yeah, Arpez Roll. He has like a DC line page, man. It's good. He trained guys in the league and everything.
Right.
But yeah, man, but that's some good advice, man, to understand one, just like Willie said, who you are and your body build and your style of play and sticking to that. You know what I'm saying? And the crazy thing with nowadays, I don't know if kids, maybe from where in Miami, I think they have the confidence, but the kids don't have the confidence to really understand who they are at a young age. You know what I mean? Because it's not really shown to them because it's always a coach in front of them telling them to be like this or be like that, be like this.
Yeah.
Be like yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You know what's the main thing that kids get wrong, get confused, or get misled by?
What's that?
Coaches telling them to gain weight. People, if you're an old lineman,
yes,
you can gain weight. If you play guard,
yes,
you can gain weight.
Right.
You clogging up the middle.
Right.
If you play tackle, you don't want to gain that much weight.
Yep.
You either protecting the quarterback blind side or you protecting his front side against some fast guys.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So when I coached up in Massachusetts, coached an all-white school, most disciplined kids that I ever been around.
Right.
Humble, passionate, everything, right? I first got there, they was 2-5 because they played 7 games. They went 2-5 the first time and 1-6 the second time. My first year there, we went 7-4. My second year, we went 8-2. And all because of coaching. What I did to the coaching staff was stop telling these kids they body type. Everybody's genes are different.
Right. Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So I can't make you do something that your body not gonna do.
Right.
And I tell them in college, that's when you're gonna see your body type. You're not gonna see your body type in high school. It's gonna start developing, but you're gonna see it in college. And that's what I tell my kids, and I tell them, let me just help you work on what you best at. We gonna see what you worst at, and we're gonna get you better in that aspect of the game. And what you're good at is gonna come natural. You see what I'm saying? So that's what a lot of you talking about. That's what a lot of these kids get misled, and that's why I said what I said.
Hey, that's some great advice. And like I said, I appreciate you coming on. I know you got a lot going on with your kids and your family right now. I do a little thing where I call it a fill in the blank. I call it the wrap up. But you'll do a fill in the blank. I'll say a word and then you'll fill in the blank with what you think it means. Right. So confidence is what to Nuke?
Oh, confidence is key, most definitely.
Oh, yeah. So go ahead and explain your confidence on the field, off the field, of where you at now.
You gotta have confidence in whatever sport you play. You gotta have confidence in your ability.
Right.
And you gotta have confidence in your mindset.
Right.
Because mentally, if you're not confident, you're not gonna get the job done. You already fail.
So what are some things you did to build your confidence? What are some guys that you looked up to that came before you, or guys you watched in the league?
In high school, I looked up. I knew Tavares Capers, UQ Brown, guys like that in high school.
What used to do this? What was that?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? James Gerald, and in college, Andre Johnson, Peter Warwick, yeah, Desmond Howard, Charles Woodson, and then in the league, Jerry Rice, Michael Irvin, Deion Sanders. Yeah, so
that's what's up, man. And it's funny that you say Deion Sanders. Attitude is what the Nuke?
Oh, attitude is everything. Okay. Attitude is everything. Attitude is good and bad.
Okay.
If you have the attitude to be a team player, to not be a cancer, that's what they call you, to not be a cancer, and to be able to accept constructive criticism.
I love it.
You got to have that positive attitude to overcome all those obstacles.
All right, so mindset is what the Nuke?
Oh man, your mindset is the key to your success. Right. Because like me, my mindset went down at the highest part of my career. Your mindset has to stay level-headed or elevated throughout your career. Because the minute your mindset tells you negativity, you're just gonna go downhill. So your mindset always has to be willing to learn, willing to observe, and willing to accept whatever situation that you're in.
How much is it?
Yeah. So.
All right. So Darnell Jenkins is who moving forward into the future. You can project your future and what you're doing with your kids, your family. Darnell Jenkins is who moving forward.
Well, first off, Darnell Jenkins is a helping man. I like to help others. I like to be a role model to my kids. I also am the president of Florida. I do security systems with home security and residential and commercial with Brink Security. And I'm also in partnership with Elite Solar. So I also do solar panels. And hey, Darnell Jenkins, I hook all my people up. And I tell them that. None of my people paying the max price for nothing.
Hey, I've always known you to be an unselfish guy and an unselfish player. So it all fits your mindset. It all makes sense, man. And like I said, man, I appreciate you coming on and giving great words. Anything else that you want to tell the people that you have going on, or where they can find you, where they can find your stuff, or anything?
You can find me at Nukin, Nukin 10 on IG. Darnell Jenkins on Facebook. That's all the social media I use. I'm not really, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
If you want to follow the flag football movement, the 9-man is I think it's the Lions Den. It's the Lions Den the Lions, I think is one of those I share with you. And if you want to watch previous years, past years of 7-man or Code Red, just type in Code Red flag football on YouTube, and you can find that right there.
I'll hook them up. I might find it and chop some things up along with some of your highlights and stuff. With people.
Yeah, and I'll post if they need security systems, so I'll send you all that information too.
Okay. That's what's up, man. And like I said before, we all go through that roller coaster of life. Why not have a guide to elevate your mindset? Jim, out.